Hi, it's Michael here from Custom Bike Fit. It's 5 days out from Ironman Western Australia, my first Ironman, well, first serious Ironman that I've raced in the last 5 years. And today I set my bike up for race day, took the bike out for a spin this morning, my last little hit out before the race. And I wanted to take you through how I've set the bike up with regards to things like nutrition and hydration, race wheels, that sort of stuff. And just walk you through my choices, really based upon what I've been doing in training and my experience as a triathlete and as a fitter, and also on what I believe to be the conditions on race day, because I think they'll play a huge part. Okay, so let's start off with the hydration systems, and you'll see here that I'm using, it's actually a Profile Design cage for my front mount hydration system. And that's my primary bottle. That's the bottle I'll be going to throughout the day. And at the rear, again, I'm using a Profile Design dual hydration system. And those three bottles, so the two sitting at the rear and the one at the front, they'll contain exactly the same nutrition. And what I plan to do is I'm going to physically stop halfway through the ride, and I'm going to pick up the same three bottles which I will have sitting in special needs. Now, I anticipate that I'll drink one bottle per hour, and I want to rely upon what I've been using in training rather than what's available on the race course. That's number one. And stopping in special needs for me is an absolute no-brainer. So what I do is I drink from the front always, and when I finish that bottle, I'll put that bottle between my teeth, I reach behind, I grab one of these bottles and I replace. And I always put an empty bottle into an empty cage because I think there's an aero benefit. I'm not a huge fan of normally putting bottles on the frame, but you can see here that I've set up an aero bottle. And the reason that I've done this is I'm going to put in here a high concentration of electrolytes. Now, the conditions are forecast to be pretty warm, about 31, 32 degrees Celsius at the height of the day. And what I know from myself is that if I don't have my electrolyte balance right, if I don't get enough electrolytes, enough salt into me, I start tying up at the back end of the run. I lose range of motion, and this was amplified for me about 10 days ago when I raced at Hervey Bay. And because of the cold and wet conditions before, I didn't think I'd be needing the electrolytes, and I just didn't pay enough attention to that side of things in the race, and I suffered on the last lap of the run. My spares will sit in the back. This is a Rider Trek Speed concept. I've had this bike for, well, it'll be coming up for 4 years, and this is at the rear here. You see this speed box, and I've got two tubes in there. I'll have a couple of gas cylinders, tyre levers. I carry a 4 and a 5mm Allen key as well. And they're an excellent addition to a bike. I mean, BMC also do this on their time machine, and I think bike manufacturers should take note of this, because it really does help the athletes having somewhere to put their spares, to put their tubes, etc., rather than relying on taping them to the bike or putting them into one of these cages here. All right, onto the race wheels. I'm using a Profile Design 78-24 on the rear, so that's 78mm deep and 24mm wide, and on the front I'm using a 58-24, so same series of wheel, 24mm width and 58mm deep at the front. This is very similar to your classic, people will have heard of the Zipp 808-404 combination, which they call the 606. I believe that these wheels are faster and they're more economical, so I really do love these Profile Design wheels. And I'm using Continental tyres. I'm using the GP 4000s. So there you go, that's it. That's my race day setup. Once again, Profile Design front hydration system, just a standard horizontal drink bottle. A dual Profile Design rear hydration system. I'm using a Profile Design aero bottle here to put in a high concentration of electrolytes. Profile Design 78-24 rear wheel and a 58-24 front. Spares sit in this speed box here. And look, this is another addition from Trek themselves. This is one of their bento boxes. I may put some extra nutrition in here, I don't know, maybe a couple of backup gels or something, or in the past I put a pit stop in here. But yeah, there you go. You can, if you wish, track me online. I think my number is 1397, and I've trained hard for the event. I'm really looking forward to getting out there with around 1,500 like-minded people. I think the 70.3 is on the same day, and it'll be great to have those people supporting the Ironman at the back end of the run when they finished. And yeah, looking forward to getting to WA, doing the race, and then having some R&R in Margaret River. So thanks for tuning in to the video, and I'll catch you again in the near future.